Perfect. I think everyone is back. I see almost all of the doors are closed now, which is great, so we can have now full attention of the next agenda point. First of all, yes, hello everyone for this year's Demo Day of the Circular Economy Accelerator program. Please allow me to quickly introduce myself. My name is Maximilian Merklinger. I work for the consulting company Kani, and we are one of the supporters over the past years of the Accelerator program, which brings us much joy and makes us always happy to support those young startups. And today I'm very happy to moderate again throughout the pitches. The previous panel was called Putting the Potential into Practice. And in my opinion, this is a very perfect bridge to what we are going to listen to now in the next minutes, because we don't need to ask ourselves anymore what are our ambitions. We all have our roadmaps. We are all aligned. We know our challenges, but now we need something tangible, something that we can apply. And for this, we need innovation. We need new ideas. We need boldness. And this is exactly what the Accelerator program and the Demo Day is all about. For everyone who's joining us today for the first time, a little bit of background information. So in a nutshell, the Accelerator program means that twice a year, around 15 startups from all around the world are going to be selected. They're going to participate in workshops, get feedback sessions, but they are also going to be invited to be here present in the Rhine-Ruhr region, in Wuppertal, to connect to the network, to connect to you, but also to get the opportunity to pitch their solution on the Demo Day, which is going to happen in a couple of minutes. So far, the alumni network almost counts 150 startups so far. We see that every year the number of applications is increasing, so is the quality. This makes us very happy, and I think this is an achievement where Circular Valley can be very, very proud of how big this Accelerator program is developing. Today we will hear from 14 startups from already batch number 9. We have divided it now in 2 slots, so now we are going to listen to 9 pitches, and then a little later in the event you're going to listen to 5 more. And you can be looking forward to solutions from all over the world, from Colombia to Australia, from Sweden to Nigeria. We have a great and diverse setup. Also, there's going to be one new feature. For the very first time, the Green Impact Award is going to be handed over, which means we have a jury sitting here in the audience, which is going to evaluate every pitch. And then at 4 p.m. upstairs in the Mendelssohn Hall, the award is going to be handed over, and it is powered by the Aurel Steinert and the MVV, in German, MVV Stiftung Zukunft Foundation, also with a financial contribution to those startups. And I would like to use this moment to say a big thank you to both foundations supporting those startups. It's a great contribution, and I think it deserves a big round of applause that this is made happen. This being said, and you know we have a tight schedule, but before we start with the first startup, I always like to emphasize one thing. You're going to listen to great people, great solutions, great companies, but also this audience, you, is full of great experience and great people. So I always like to encourage you afterwards. Please reach out to the startups, ask them questions, give feedback, or just try to understand what they need to succeed, and maybe you or your network can support them with, because this is the greatest gift you can give young companies besides financial support. So please don't be shy, and the startups are going to highly appreciate it. They are here the full day outside in the entry hall. Now, I'm very happy to invite our first startup on stage. It's called NionTech. It brings us to the world of critical raw material recovery. Please welcome Berenike Bresel on stage, who is going to explain the solution.
Hi, my name is Berenike Bresel, and I'm co-founder of NionTech. We make tailor-made membranes to recover critical raw materials from processed waters. Currently in Europe, only 8% of critical raw materials are recovered. And this is definitely not enough if you want to secure a sustainable and independent supply. A significant amount is lost in processed waters. That means every day, valuable metals go down the drain, generating toxic wastewater. So how can we increase this number? The technical challenge is that every process is unique. but existing separation technologies are not. We at NionTech, we rethink separation. We start at the individual process water and reverse engineer a tailor-made separation solution. Our technology is based on industry-proven and eco-efficient membranes. These are selective filters, but often the standard membranes are not selective enough for a wide range of applications. We use a highly versatile coating that can be used to precisely tune the selective properties of the membrane. And with AI giving us a recipe, we can do that time and cost efficient. We use simple and modular filtration plants, so we can tune the separation not only on the membrane, but also on the process scale. We are NionTech. We increase value and reduce waste. If you want to do the same with your process water, come and talk to us about a possible collaboration. We will tailor a membrane specifically for your needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are now switching from water to steel, and we are talking about a startup from Sweden, which is called Anfera. Anfera transforms hazardous steel waste into valuable resources, and we have Max Lumetsberger on stage, who is going to explain their startup. Enjoy it.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Max Lumetsberger. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Anfera. You all probably know how you would go about recycling this plastic bottle, right? But how would you recycle something that looks like this? This is called grinding sludge, or Schleifschlamm in German. It is generated anytime you shape or polish steel, and due to its very fine-grained structure and oily nature, it is tremendously difficult to recycle this into new steel. As a result, unfortunately, a large portion of these 12 million tons generated globally every year is still being landfilled. This is, of course, not only a big environmental burden, but also a financial such. So we at Anfera have come up with a process where we can utilize this problematic waste and turn it into high-purity iron chloride that, among other things, can be used for water treatment. In the process, we also generate green energy in the form of hydrogen gas, as well as are able to separate out the oils and the more valuable metals separately. By simply being able to replace the traditional feedstock of high-quality iron ore with a locally sourced waste that we can charge for accepting, while otherwise keeping OPEX of the process similar and the quality of the product the same, our process becomes much more profitable. So, we generate value and circularity across two different industries. Machining companies eliminate landfill, reduces carbon emissions, and get a more reliable and lower disposal costs. Chemical companies increase the profitability and enables more circular input materials without sacrificing quality. We're already today collaborating with some of the largest manufacturers in Sweden, and we're now seeking more international partners. So if you have Schleifschlamm, or if you're in the chemical industry, please scan the QR code and reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Max. You heard him. Everyone who is involved with Schleifschlamm, he's very eager to talk about it with you. The next startup brings us now from Sweden to Italy. It's called Arabat. And Arabat enables recovery of critical raw materials of lithium batteries. They are taking fruits and vegetables into the process, and what this means is going to be explained by Leonardo Renner. Please welcome him on stage.
Arabat, giving raw materials a natural rebirth. By 2030, there will be more than 11 million tons of electric waste like lithium-ion batteries. It's an incredible number. What if the solution of this problem is just right in my hands? No, it's not a whole orange. Arabat's solution, it's incredible. We reuse orange peels to recover critical raw materials. It's not a magic trick, it's just the power of the electrical revolution. Our technology, our patented technology includes 3 steps. A mechanical pretreatment, where we crush the batteries into black mass or Schwarzmasse. A bio-based leaching, our core technology, where we put the orange peels onto the black mass. And finally, a precipitation stage where we recover all the metals. But why are we the best solution? We achieve 99% of efficiency. We reduce CO2 emissions, and we eliminate completely NOx and SOx emissions. Known as the Apulian miracle, Arabat is considered among the most promising startup in its field worldwide, according to Startups Insight. We will become the global leader of our sector, and therefore we are raising $2 million from investors to build up our first pilot plant facility and scale up. And we are looking for industrial partners who want to test our technology on their bioproducts. Meine Damen und Herren, ladies and gentlemen, ich bin Leonardo Renna, and I want to say you, here today starts the 5th industrial revolution, and we can do it all together with a simple and beautiful orange. Thank you.
So yeah, we all see that sometimes the ingredients for a sustainable solution just grow in a beautiful Italian garden. Now we're going to switch from Europe, the continent, we go west, we go to the United States. Alexa Schmitz from Regen is going to explain us how they are supporting the sustainable supply chain for rare earth elements. Alexa, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Hello, I'm Alexa Schmitz, co-founder and CEO of Regen. We're a US startup that is manufacturing sustainable, circular rare earth elements. Rare earth elements run the modern world. They're in basically all of our electronics, many defense technologies, but they are absolutely critical for clean energy. Yet, the world recycles less than 1% today. On top of that, rare earth mining is a hazardous, dirty problem. To get 1 ton of rare earths needed for a single wind turbine results in enormous amounts of toxic and hazardous waste production. And we don't want that here, so we basically outsourced this production. And now China controls over 90% of the rare earth supply. At Regen, we're building a clean, circular solution to the rare earth problem. Instead of generating any hazardous waste, we recover rare earths and critical metals from the waste of other industries, using our safe, proprietary bacterial technologies. We're working with our feedstock partners to build our on-site biorecover unit. This allows us to produce circular rare earth elements at a competitive price, and alongside sustainable materials for the built environment. But our ultimate goal is really to recover those critical elements for clean energy. And towards this, we have raised $2.7 million. We've built a strong tech team and IP strategy, established key partnerships, validated our first rare earth product, and identified a clear way to get to $100 million in revenue. And also, to enable over 100 new wind turbines per year. So our next milestone is to get shovel ready for our first commercial unit. We're raising a seed right now for $1 million US, but we're also looking for partnerships here in Germany and the surrounding regions to help us build our first biorecovery unit here in Europe at the heart of industrial center in Europe, producing circular rare earth elements. Thank you so much, and I look forward to meeting you all after.
Thank you, Alexa. The next startup brings us to a little bit of a different topic, because we all know technological innovations are important, but we also know that we need digital assets as an enabler for the circular economy. And this is what the startup Gisil is doing. They are developing and building virtual plants of industrial sites, and Esma Gulten is going to explain us how they are doing it.
This is Germany, 1921. 500 people died in this accident. One of the biggest disasters in Germany's life. Here is, again, Germany, Leverkusen. Here, 7 died, 31 injured. Again, another disaster, another tragedy. Of course, it is not about the technology or it's not about the tool. Of course, in this 100 years, many things change, process, procedure, technology. But it's about the data, outdated data, or missing information from the site. Let me explain what we are doing as a solution. Let's go to Argentina, somewhere very close to Buenos Aires. Here, this is the site, one of the 33 plants of the same gas operator company, the largest gas operator company called TGS in Argentina. And they suffer the same problems like you. And our team, just in 5 days, after long drives, after long flights, they scan everything, not only above ground, but also the buried pipes, buried cables. For what? For building a virtual plant. Virtual plant is the easiest, most affordable, most practical way of digital twinning. As you see here, we are doing everything in days. Also, we are not asking for millions like our competitors do. So once you have the virtual plant, it means you can manage your data, document and workflow, but also you have something really perfect for your trainings. Because all we know, we are losing our knowledge with the retired people nowadays, and in Germany, it is 25% of the whole workforce, which is really much. So at Gizil, we are an industrial technology company. We are coming from engineering roots. If you have the same problems, if you are suffering from pen and paper, if you have outdated data, if you are losing your knowledge, and if you are cutting jobs, please talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Esma. The next startup, again, is tackling a completely different challenge to something which we are not used to be here in Europe. We are going to the continent of Africa, to Nigeria. The startup is called Lighted, and what Lighted does is they transform plastic and electronic waste just to build up local communities. And I'm very happy to invite Peter Johnson on stage, who's going to explain us about this huge local impact they're currently generating. Enjoy it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Peter Johnson. I'm head of strategies at Lighted. In Africa, over 750 million people lack access to electricity. I see we are in a very historic building, so allow me to paint a picture for you. Imagine growing up in a place where once the sun sets, it means total darkness. A place where electricity is being viewed as a luxury. Well, this is our reality. And the last time there was a blackout in Germany was 19 years ago. The last time there was a blackout in Nigeria was just 7 weeks ago. You can see that energy and waste is a huge crisis for us, and this is why we have to rise up and make a change. We believe that every problem is an opportunity. And that's why we recycle plastic and electronic waste to make innovative solutions that impact people's life for the better. This is the first example, the Lighthouse charging station. It recycles over 500,000 single-use plastic bottles, and it also provides clean energy to over 3,000 people per community. The next one is the Lighted Pod, which is a modular home system that enables businesses to operate long after the sun sets. And this empowers them, which means more income, more revenue. And last but not least, the Lighted Glow Lamp. This enables young kids to study with safer lighting options instead of using candles and kerosene lamps. Over the next year, we are planning to expand for the first time to 4 new countries in Africa, and we are planning to kickstart the Highlight Solar Women in Training program. We are constantly proving that Africans can solve Africa's biggest problem. Join us in making a difference wherever that may be. Thank you.
The next pitch is from a company which is called Loopit. And Loopit is tackling something which is very important, because we can have the best circular business model. If we are not able to engage properly with our customer base, it's not going to be successful. And this is where Loopit is focusing on. Please welcome Alexis Gamboa to explain their solution.
Hi, I'm Alexis from Loopit, and I'm about to talk about how AI and circular services relate. I want to start with a question. How many have used ChatGPT in this room? Yes. And how many have used it to research a product? So, okay, we spot the innovator. So this is a trend that is going to keep growing. And myself, I'm part of this 800 million that use ChatGPT for this type of queries. So my washing machine just stopped working, and I'm about to close this long-term relationship with my washing machine. And when I search this, it's a perfect opportunity for the brand to offer me the circular services that they might have. Maybe even make an offer for a trade-in or repair services or just spare parts. So imagine my disappointment if this was the answer. This is exactly what your customers from your brands feel when the right information is not there. Or even worse, if it hallucinates something that is completely wrong. So a perfect process without users is perfectly useless. It would be a shame with all of this effort that we see here. So this is where we jump in. The core of our solution is this product intelligence layer, where we make a product directory of all your products. We take your brand, your style, your tone of voice, and all your circular processes. We use semantic technology to make sure this information is accurate, and we publish them with the latest open protocols so that agents like ChatGPT or Perplexity can use it, or even your internal agents from your web shop, so people can ask and get immediately information about these products and these services. And because we reduce hallucinations with this semantic model, all the products in this directory are immediately valid digital product passports. So this is what they should see when I ask, what should I do with my old and broken washing machine? If you want to see how our customers are integrating circular services and AI, please come talk to us. Thank you very much, and pura vida.
Thank you, Alexis. I think this is a topic which is everyone talking about, but still new to us, and it's important to understand how we can leverage it. Now we are going to move again a little bit to east, to Turkey. The startup is called Picare Sky Source, and they're transforming renewable sources into carbon-negative water and energy. So please welcome Hüseyin Çiloklu on stage to understand this technology.
Good afternoon all. My name is Hüseyin Çiloklu. I am the CEO and co-founder of Picare Sky Source. What we are doing both water and energy business, but our technology's underlying mechanism just got the Nobel Chemistry Prize this year. So we got waste heat, and we have two solutions, two results, water and energy all together through mechanical chemistry desiccants through it. So the problem is that how we are going to make industrial resilience possible, because 50% of the waste heat just goes out each year, as well as 2.5 billion cubic meter ultra pure water needed for the industry, and also which means $250 billion loss annually. So our solution makes 60% of efficiency for the waste heat, and also provides up to 10,000 meter cube water per plant, as well as 30% of industrial process efficiency. So give us your steam and we will turn it to the most precious substances, we say. 300 terawatt hour of waste heat every year produced, and we can unlock this about 20 terawatt hour each year, which constitutes as 3 million tons of carbon dioxide. Think about that. 3 million tons carbon dioxide each year can be slashed. And how it works, we collect the air from the steam, and then we turn it to the most precious substance as water, ultra pure water and energy through as direct air capture. But we collect 100 times more than this. So how about the traditional solutions and us? We have 3 products: energy, water, as well as climate control through our system, which our competitors cannot do. So join the circular revolution and be part of our journey. We are seeking $500,000 as well as critical partnerships in this journey in order to merge, in order to marry water and energy together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The last startup for now is now coming from down under, from Australia. Stephen McGurk is going to explain us how the startup Circular Ecosystems is transforming industrial precincts using a circular intelligence platform. Please enjoy the last pitch.
We are transforming industrial clusters into integrated value networks through data-driven ecosystem design. The problem we wanted to solve, siloed, fragmented, analog and linear, coupled with energy transition and hard-to-abate industries like cement and fertiliser. We also have ageing, failing common user infrastructure. So why now? Well, we spoke earlier about the business case. What if we could generate new revenue streams, reduce costs on the environmental side, 2 to 3 times faster decarbonisation? And what if we could accelerate those hard-to-abate industries today? And speaking of today, this is what industrial clusters look like: unstructured, fragmented, analog and linear. Well, here is our solution: an integrated, advanced digital symbiotic model, visibility across the entire cluster, comprehensive data expansion, CO2 capture and CCUS integration. Circular exchange is visualization of our platform, AI-powered matching of resources and real-time optimization. We've been very excited to be here as part of Batch 9, incredibly optimistic about the maturity of circularity here in Europe. I'm very thankful for Circular Valley's leadership here in Germany. Our ask and call to action is simple. We're looking for strategic alignment, collaboration, and proof of value projects that we can work on together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen, and thank you very much. This have been the first 9 startups. I'm now going to enjoy 5 more startups of batch number 9 of the Accelerator program. And we are going to start right away. The next startup, remember we ended up in Australia, we are now going to Colombia. And the startup is called FungiLife. And FungiLife is replacing petrochemical ingredients in cleaning oil and gas and environmental applications. And please welcome Maria Gaviria on stage to explain their solution.
Hi everyone, I'm Maria Gaviria, CTO and co-founder of FungiLife. Petrochemicals are everywhere. Toxic solvents, dyes, and plastics are the base of our productive matrix and are damaging our ecosystem, so we need to replace them. And that's why at FungiLife, we are transforming the chemical industry with fungal biotechnology. Our solution is a bioingredient platform, so we can obtain 100% sustainable ingredients with 70% in cost reduction and 30% more efficient than other bio-based alternatives in the market. And how are we doing that? So we take agro-industrial waste and using our specific microorganisms, a fungus, in a liquid state fermentation. At the end, we will have those functional ingredients, but today, I want to talk briefly about our first product, FungiSurf. FungiSurf is a biosurfactant. This is a key ingredient if you need to clean, mix, or make a lot of things across several industries, but we are focused now on the energy industry and also in the water and soil treatment. Those are unattended markets up to $45 billion. And we have a powerful ingredient with the same performance of the synthetics, cost competitive, but with zero toxicity. And just to give you an example, this is one of our pilots in Patagonia, Argentina. We reached more than 90% of pollution removal in water and also the restoration of toxic soils. Finally, we are a passionate team of founders. Together, we have more than 30 years of experience in business and science. By my own, this is the work of my life. I make my PhD on this, and we have the support of several advisors and programs all around the world, including Circular Valley. And that's all. Thank you, and just want to invite you to join us in this way for a greener future.
Thank you, Maria. From South America, we are now traveling back to Europe, and we have a startup from Cyprus. It's called Ecorbio, and Ecorbio transforms waste biomass into high-performance biopolyols. Please welcome Abhinav Singh on stage to understand their startup.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abhinav, and I'm representing Ecorbio. We upcycle waste to future-proof industrial chemicals. Before I start, I want to ask a simple question. Is polyurethane industry hero or a villain? I think with the statement below, you have an obvious answer, but hold on, I have a better answer. So let me present you Crudiol, which is a patented technology which uses two ingredients. One is sewage waste, and second is glycerine. We upcycle it to produce biopolyol. So I think now we have an obvious answer. Hero. So we are 65% lower carbon footprint than fossil. We are produced in EU. We are cost competitive. And the most important feature is we are drop-in. So you could use this with your fossil polyol to get carbon credits. Till now, our journey has been fantastic. We have validated our product. We have a pilot facility in Cyprus. We have achieved our KPI. If you see our placement landscape, it revolves on two, I would say, stands. One is sustainability and lower price. We achieve both. And so what do we need? We need investments. We need strategic partnership. We need operations. We need infrastructure. So join us for redefining waste. Last but not the least, I would like to thank you, Circular Valley, for this. And on this note, I would like to quote someone. To improve is to change. To perfect, you need to change often. Sir Winston Churchill. Thank you.
We stay now in the chemical industry, and the next startup is called Algreen. And Algreen is able to phase out petrol-based polyurethane with a 100% bio-based solution. We're now going to have Zi Wang on stage, who's going to tell us also where they have already successfully done this.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zi from Algreen. We provide the most sustainable solution to polyurethane. Polyurethane represents 8% of the world plastics. We can find polyurethane everywhere, including film pharma, foam, coating, adhesive, and thermoplastics. In Algreen, we invented a 100% bio-based polyurethane formulation, including our foam, film pharma, sequence, polyurea, also coating. To go to the market, we firstly launched our 100% bio-based polyurethane sequence for Getty Fashion Show Spring Season 2024. Furthermore, our polyurethane film pharma is not only 100% bio-based, that is also readily biodegradable to phase out the microplastics in cosmetic and pharmaceutical industry according to European Union's Green Deal. Moreover, we recently achieved the pilot production of our polyurethane coating. The bio content is up to 99.2%. Moreover, our 100% bio-based polyurethane foam is also recyclable. Our most recent invention is an energy-saving polyurea formulation and can be used in the electronic applications. I'm the founder of Algreen. I did my PhD in chemical engineering at Imperial College London. My co-founder, Roderick, has more than 25 years experience in business, marketing, and brand equity. We are Algreen. We treat nature with nature. We really appreciate these opportunities provided by Circular Valley, and we are happy to connect with anyone who may interest in us. Thank you so much.
We have two more startups from batch number 9. And as you all know, a sustainable solution is great, but if it's not price competitive, it's very hard to implement it. And here comes Depolify into play. Because Depolify is tackling the PET recycling crisis with a process that is even cheaper than virgin-based production of monomers. Please welcome Tomislav Stolar on stage, who's going to explain us how.
Hi, I'm Tommy from Depolify, and we are enabling circular economy for PET by mechanochemistry. PET is the 4th most produced plastic material globally, made from fossil fuel feedstocks. In Europe, we recycle 25% of PET, and we want to go to 50% by 2040 with no cost-efficient solution how to get there. To make things worse, 75% of PET is incinerated or landfilled in Europe now, creating a huge environmental disaster and economic loss. But this is where Depolify comes in. We start with hard-to-recycle waste streams and tackle them with our disruptive mechanochemical depolymerization process. We use mechanical forces in scalable ball milling to depolymerize PET at room temperature. Cheap and abundant catalyst, and we have 10 times lower energy consumption compared to our competitors. After isolation, we obtain high-purity recycled monomers that are ready for repolymerization to PET to close the loop. Our unique selling proposition is that we offer recycled monomers without green premiums, together with the lowest product carbon footprint and energy consumption in the industry. We have a high market traction with our customers, technology collaborators, and waste providers, and with winning major awards such as Falling Walls Lab Berlin event. These clearly show that we are on a mission to success. But we need you and more strategic partners to truly enable circular economy for PET. We would be happy to discuss it with you, and I thank you for your attention.
Thank you. Last but not least, there's going to be another great solution how to defossilize the chemical industry. The startup is called Cyclize, and Cyclize takes mixed waste and carbon dioxide and can turn into syngas, which is free of virgin fossil carbon. Please welcome Michael Lambert on stage from Cyclize.
Hi, my name is Maike. I'm an engineer, CEO, and co-founder of Cyclize. With Cyclize, we're defossilizing the chemical industry by recovering and recycling carbon from complex waste and CO2. Until today, we take, we make, and we waste. So all the carbon along this linear value chain is lost into CO2 in the atmosphere. So it is kind of obvious that we need to enable a circular economy and put this carbon back into the loop again and again. The way Cyclize is contributing this circular economy is we take mixed waste together with CO2 and steam to balance the inhomogeneous feedstock of waste. We also take a little bit of electrical energy to create plasma. This is where the magic happens. You can imagine plasma like a molecule chipper. It's shredding down the waste molecules and reorganizing them into what we call syngas, a basic building block of the chemical industry and today used for many different products. So with Cyclize, we're recycling waste and CO2 in a CO2 negative process. We are producing syngas free of virgin fossil carbon. And the best is we do not rely on a green premium. The feedstock we can handle is very broad, from shredded cars to all the shoes that we are wearing today in this room. So if you have complex waste or you need syngas, let's talk. We are having a running pilot plant to test the waste, and we are now starting the industrial scale plant. Be part of the journey for carbon circularity redesigned by engineers, not by slogans. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This have been the 14 startups of batch number 9. This was the demo day of the Circular Valley Accelerator program.